Welcome students to another project management topic by KP LAMA Education. This topic will cover managing technology projects. Now this will be a 6-part video lecture series which you can find on the KP LAMA website along other useful information and links regarding the topic. You can find the website at kplamaeducation.weebly.com. There will be a tutorial after each of the case study lectures. There will also be a large quiz that will test the entirety of the topic content shown in this lecture series. The quiz will be made available to you, the student, once you have watched all 6 of the lecture videos and completed both of the tutorials. Don't worry, remember that the forums are still there as per the previous topics. They are available on our website where you can ask questions of the tutors and other students if you have any questions pertaining to the tutorial or any study questions you may come across. However, if you're having any particular trouble with a question and you haven't found an answer on the forums, then feel free to drop us an email. Link will be found at the bottom of our website, and we will try to get back to you as soon as we possibly can. Now, there is some recommended reading for this topic. It is managing technology-based projects, tools, techniques, people, and business processes by Hans J. Thamhain. Now, you can find this at any online bookstore, any W. Smith, Waterstones, walk-in stores, you know. However, it is a bit on the pricey side, with it about £90 to £100. So it's up to yourselves if you want to buy it or look for a PDF online for free. So, what will this topic include? Well, okay, so here are the 6 different topics that will be covered in this series of lectures. Lecture 1. What is a technology development project and why is it different to other projects? Lecture 2 will be what are the different processes of managing technology development projects? Lecture 3 will be ensuring you pick the right projects and why. Lecture 4, the first of the case studies, will focus on failed technology development projects in the industry. The 5th lecture, the second of the case study lectures, will focus on successful technology development projects in industry. And the 6th and final lecture will be a recap of all the previous lectures, highlighting the important facts from each of them to ensure that you learn the most important information that their lectures are trying to convey to you, so you don't waste your time. So today we're going to be talking about the first topic. What is a technology development project and why is it different to other projects? So, the term technology development refers to a special class of development projects where the deliverable is new knowledge, a new technology, a technical capability, or a technological platform. Now, these kind of projects include fundamental research projects, science projects, basic research, and often technology platform projects. These often lead to multiple commercial projects, new products, or new process developments. Now, technology development projects are a special breed. Although they represent a small proportion of effort in the typical company's development portfolio, they are vital to the company's long-term growth, prosperity, and sometimes even survival. These projects also stand out because they are often mismanaged or mishandled, which results in few benefits to the company. The chronicles of many, if not most, large corporations are replete with horrific stories about huge technology projects that led to nothing after spending millions of dollars, or worse yet, were cancelled prematurely, therefore foregoing millions in potential profits. Now, these series of lectures will outline proven approaches to selecting and managing such ventures and projects, approaches that recognise that traditional management techniques such as phase review, stage gate, or PACE, with their elaborate checklists, scorecards, deliverable lists, and financially based go-kill criteria, are inappropriate for such projects. Now, what's so special, I hear you ask? Well, technology development, or TD projects, are indeed a very different type of development project. First, they are increasingly rare. The average business's research and development portfolio has shifted dramatically to smaller, shorter term projects such as product updates, modifications, and fixes over the last 15 years, with the exception of a handful of best practice companies. Gone are the days when portfolios were replete with advanced technology, technology breakthrough, and true innovative development projects. Because these growth engines provide the platforms for the next generation of products and processes, companies have to manage them better. This death of innovative projects is in part due to management's preoccupation with the short term and immediate financial results, which usually precludes undertaking venturesome development projects. When resources are tight, managers take few chances. They elect the sure bets, which are typically the smaller, closer to home projects. Now here is a typical comment from an R&D executive in industry. My business has a limited research and development budget. I can't afford to risk a major percentage of that budget on a handful of bid projects that may or may not pay off. I've got to hedge my bets here and pick the smaller and lower risk ones. If I had a larger R&D budget, then I might tackle some more of those venturesome projects. Now this was made by a senior research and development executive in a $300 million business unit of a major manufacturing conglomerate. This highlights that additionally, the business's inability to handle these projects effectively also contributes to a reluctance to undertake more of them. In short, because these projects are mismanaged, the results are often negative, which creates a real fear of ever undertaking such a project again. Therefore, management becomes risk averse. A second factor that makes these TD projects so special is that they are often the foundation or a platform for a new product line or an entirely new business. In short, TG projects are important to profitability in that they help to decommoditize the business's product offerings. They are the breakthroughs, destructive technologies, and radical innovations that create the huge growth opportunities and the superlative profits. Now, here is Exxon Chemical's Metallocene project, which is a classic example of what I just stated. Now here, a fundamental research study into a new polymerization catalyst yielded some early interesting research results, namely polyethylene materials with unusual technical properties. What started out as an early stage research project in the 1980s ultimately resulted in an entirely new class of polymers with engineering properties and most importantly, a billion-dollar business for Exxon Chemical. Now, we're going to end this series here and continue on our next episode where we will talk about what are the different processes of managing technology development projects. So just to highlight in this episode that you can see just a brief overview of why technology development projects are so risk averse, why companies choose not to go for large ones that could ultimately pay off and skyrocket their profits, but they choose not to because there is so much fear when it comes to these projects, because there's so much unknown, which we will highlight in later videos. So read the book Managing Technology-Based Projects, Tools, Techniques, People and Business Processes by Hans Jane Thamhain. See if you can find any reason that can reiterate what I've just said in this lecture, and proceed on to the next video, where we'll talk about the different processes of managing technology development projects. And of course, remember, any questions that you have about this lecture, feel free to put your question in the forum, and our tutors will respond to you as soon as they can, as well as any other students that may find interest in your question, or may have the answer to your question. So with that, I will bid you farewell until the next episode. Goodbye.